If I would have done the news of the week today, I wouldn't have to do two takes in terms of the news of the week that I did yesterday. Because the reason why I did two takes is because I made a mistake in the first time when I record the video that I said Ronny Delia has officially confirmed to be at NYCFC. And then as soon as I was about to upload it, I found out that news is not official and it was just a report. But today, that report is official, and that Ronny Delia is now officially the head coach of NYCFC. And with him being the head coach at NYCFC, that means every single MLS club will now have a head coach as we get closer to the preseason in a couple weeks. Now, I'm not going to really mention what Ronny Delia has done so far before he come to NYCFC. I kind of mentioned it a little bit in the news of the week, where he most noticeably was with Celtic and won 2 titles with them, and he also coached a couple of Norwegian team. What I will say in this video is that I do hear some fans say that, they're not really kind of overly excited about this news, and they feel like this is kind of like a meh kind of coaching signing that they are bringing him. And I know that this is probably a guy that not a lot of NYCFC fans thought that he was going to be the head coach, and not really the big name as what they probably thought was going to happen once Doma Torrent left the team, and that it seemed like they were heard that NYCFC was going to bring a big-time coach and a very respectable coach to come to their club and get them to the next level. But at the same time, I feel like, for me, I think he should do well with this team. And as I said yesterday, when I talked about his time with Celtics, he won 2 titles there. And from what I heard from Celtics fans, they said that he's not the best head coach at Celtic, but at least he does do the bare minimum, which is winning titles every single year. And obviously, when he now comes to NYCFC, the bare minimum for him is to get to the playoffs. Although I feel like he's going to definitely do that with the talent that he is going to have to work with, and that he could maybe even potentially get more than the bare minimum and get them to the next round, or even get close to MLS Cup. And then I also heard there are some people that kind of are a little bit disappointed with this hiring because they feel like he's probably gonna leave in 2 years. And in some way, I do kind of agree with these people that have this reaction of the fact that he's leaving in 2 seasons, because when you look at his previous teams that he have managed, I don't think any of the teams that he have managed he had stayed more than 2 seasons, and that it feels like this is going to be very similar to what happened to Patrick Vieira and Dominic Turan at NYCFC, where they're just going to be there for maybe a year and a half before they're going to just call it a quit and decide to leave the team. Although I will say this, if he can deliver this team with at least a trophy or 2, or even bring this team an MLS Cup, I really don't think a lot of fans would be that upset the fact that he will leave in 2 years. Sure, it doesn't really lead to this hiring him, and the fact that he's probably not going to last there very long won't bring a lot of stability in terms of the club, and it won't bring long-term success, and that probably NYCFC will have to endure this kind of painful process of finding a new head coach in the upcoming years. But heck, if they think that he is going to be the head coach that can right now bring success to NYCFC, who, I'm pretty sure a lot of NYCFC fans, they really want this team to go to the next level, and that it's been kind of frustrating if you're an NYCFC fan suffering years and years of painful playoff defeat, and that you just feel like, if this is going to be the guy that will bring you to the promised land and bring you to MLS Cup and just even get into the conference final for the first time in club history, I think you could say that he could consider relatively successful there, even though he's not going to be there in 2 years. And I think probably the bottom line of this is what I'm trying to get is that at least they're bringing a head coach that's willing to, bring success right now, instead of thinking about building this team and then in the long-term future they're going to start competing, and that they're thinking about competing right now, which is the thing that I think clearly NYCFC need to have this mindset of the fact that they need to win right now and erase all those painful playoff memories that they had for the last 5 years they're in the league. So we shall see if this, of course, will work out. But as always, let me know in the comments below if you're an NYCFC fan. What do you think of this hiring? Do you think this is the right hiring? And then if he does leave in a couple of years, do you think he's going to have some success in a short span of time with NYCFC? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.